I see. There are a few people in our league who need running backs. Um,
Exactly.
is that it on Jaleel McLaughlin?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it for
All
me.
I think we have a nice little segue here, and we talked about Ethan's question: who do you need to secure yourself for the playoffs? I have the exact opposite. What if your team has sucked? You're either 2-3, 1-4, or 0-5, and
All right, 0-5. Yeah.
yeah, I'm getting there. Uh, you're so I give you the scenario. You are in last place. What's your first move to get a win?
I'll go ahead and field this one.
Okay. Okay. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I mean, I think the biggest thing is just trust what's been working. I feel like it's so easy to panic and be like, oh, this could work out perfectly because of this matchup or because of this, that. This guy might go off. And it's like you get so conspiracy theorist that you go away from options that are just working. So, for
Mhm.
example, I was leaving DK out of my lineup when DK's been working all season. DK's been good all season long, and I keep taking him out, hoping for a home run and not getting it. The same thing happened with Russ. I doubted Russ, and Russ has been consistent all year long. Took him out and paid for it. This last week, I did the same thing with JT, hoping that he, might vulture a touchdown. Zach Moss has the best game of his entire career. So it's like you step away from all of these consistent options because you're panicking. It's like you literally just need to go with what's working. So if you have guys on your team that
Mhm.
are scoring you consistent points that you can trust to, at least pave you 12, 13, 14 points, you can muster out a win against somebody whose stud just doesn't have a good day. But if you keep panicking and trying to be like, oh, this would work perfect because of this matchup, you're going to keep finding yourself in that last place hole because conspiracy theories rarely work out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's a great lesson as far as not going for the home run play and trusting what's working. I mean, I'll even use that because I am 1-4 in one league. I probably panic traded a little. Not probably. I did panic trade too early to where it's like I did end up getting the win the very next week, but it's like, oh, maybe I do have a better team if I just waited it out a little bit.
Right.
Because now we're
Yeah.
starting to see some players get into the groove. Like there's talks of Austin Eckler going to play next week. So if you held on to him, good job. If you traded him, you might start seeing the
Same thing with
repercussions
Cooper
of that.
Cup. Same thing with
Cooper
Yeah.
Cooper Cup.
Cooper Cup's a good example. I mean, now we're going to talk about Justin Jefferson because that's honestly a
ETN
very
looks more viable now.
yep.
Yeah.
ETN looks
A
more
lot more
reliable.
viable.
Kenneth Walker more reliable now, especially if you
Brees
can.
Hall.
Damian Pierce.
Yep. It's especially so. I mean, I think the lesson I'm taking is definitely just waiting and see what happens. I think for me, it's worse with injuries because it's not like your team. It's not like, oh, my team can still go off at any point. It's when you start hitting the injuries, which I want
Yeah.
to bring up is that's the thing you want to pay attention to most. So, for example, I'm Justin Jefferson out 4 games. So who are his backups? Someone's probably already picked up Jordan Addison, but look at KJ Osborne or
Yeah.
target those. So like try and go for TJ Hawkinson, even though probably that one's a little bit more untouchable given the tight end position. James Conner is hurt, so go after his backups. You're gonna basically right now. I think it's stick to the process, which is what Ethan was saying. But I would go after someone that can basically take off. So personally, for me, that person is Justin Fields right now. And I know it might be a steep price because he's had 2 really good weeks, but hopefully that's the start of something. Because for the most part, a lot of people had to pivot from Justin Fields. So I think
Yeah.
is a lot. Also, it's not only seeing sticking what's working, but also don't force yourself if something's not working. Is what I'll
Hmm.
say. So, for example, like if your quarterback isn't it, make the move, go find another one. Play the QB string game for a while until the rest of your team gets like up and ready to go. And so you're probably going to have to play the waiver wire, but that can buy you one
Yeah.
or two wins, and that throws you right back
Mhm.
into the conversation.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, even
and
if you're 0-5, you only need to string together a couple of wins to be back in it.
Yeah, and
yeah, of
legitimately,
course.
unless it's a super rare year, every team should have 3 to 5 losses. So like it's not the end of the world.
Yeah.
But you just have to know that like probably this week up until week 8 is now's the time to make a move once you figure out what you want to do.
Mhm.
Yeah.